national costume competition begins with Albania. This national costume embodies Albanian culture, with handmade embroidered geographic details and jewelry that has been in this contestant's family for centuries. This embroidered hoops and soldier jewels
Argentina. Made from recycled plastic, this icy costume represents the melting glaciers in her country caused by global...
Armenia. This costume represents the most beloved goddess of the kingdom of Aruba. Arubani was a goddess of love, arts, and crafts. Armenia believes that the light of love and art will thwart evil and end the wars of the world. Love and art sets her apart.
Aruba. This costume represents Aruba's aloe vera. The country's coat of arms even features the plant in one of its quadrants. For 125 years, Aruba has grown the world's finest aloes, which are used in skincare and medicine. You're not shallow if you love aloe like Aruba.
Australia. This costume celebrates Mother Nature. It showcases Australia's vast expanses of oceans contrasted with red earth and vibrant native botanicals. It includes beaded kangaroo paws, motifs heavily encrusted and molded to the feet. Beauty and wonder awaited down under in Australia.
This costume was inspired by the rich heritage and culture of Bahrain as the pearl diving capital of the Middle East. It symbolizes how a pearl comes out from a shell that is flawed on the outside, but beauty lies within. Just out of her shell, this pearl looks well, Bahrain.
Belgium. Born in Ethiopia but adopted by a Belgian family, Candice wanted to celebrate both countries. The body of her costume represents Belgium's flag, but her wing shows Ethiopia's flag. Traditionally, it is a veritable rainbow of African heritage. Half Ethiopian, but also Somali, Maasai, and more. A wing and a feather go perfect together. Belgium.
Bolivia. This national costume was created to help raise awareness of the deforestation facing Bolivia. Known as the Lung of South America, close to 25 million acres were burned in Bolivia in 2020 alone. Her roots run deep in South America, so it's very important to her to preserve her ancestral home. Won't you please stop burning trees in Bolivia?
Brazil. This costume is an ode to the tree that named her country, the Brazil wood, or pau Brazil. a species of flowering plant in the legume family. The Brazil wood is the country's national tree.
Brazil!
National treasure since it's the largest and most biodiverse in South America. We don't mean to rant, but she's a fan of this plant. Brazil!
British Virgin Islands. This sustainable costume pays homage to the humble crocus bag. In the British Virgin Islands, crocus bags were once used to carry goods. She herself carries traces of her heritage from across 4 continents: Africa, Asia, Europe, and North America. Thanks to some creativity, a recycled, discarded sack was fashioned into this wonderful garment. For a fashion hack, try a burlap sack like British Virgin Islands.
Bulgaria. Here we have a colorful Bulgarian fall costume, complemented by ornaments. The skillful and intricate workmanship is seen as a sign of social status. A crown of flowers complements the traditional look. A fitting costume for a Miss Bulgaria, whose My Heritage DNA results show strong Balkan and East European lineage. Tonight she shows traditional clothes. Bulgaria!
Cambodia. This costume was inspired by Lakon Khal, a traditional mask used during theater performances in the Kingdom of Cambodia. The mask is believed to date back to the 10th century. It's no easy task to dress up in a mask like Cambodia.
This majestic costume is made of native materials and showcases the queen lioness.
ชุดแบบนี้เดินได้
Bedazzled with thousands of Swarovski crystals, it features two drums that symbolize over 200 ethnic groups. If you like to dress like a royal lioness, see Cameroon!
ไม่กวาดมากเลยอะ
Canada. Here we have the Mountie, a costume paying tribute to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Canada's National Police Force represents safety and security, and this modern look was created using silk, lace, and Swarovski crystals. You'll be sure to keep us secure, Canada.
Cayman Island. This costume was inspired by their country's national flower, the wild banana orchid. It is found only in the Caymans and grows on all trees, islands in April and May. It's quite unique, just like incandescent, whose ancestry traces back to the British Isles and Eastern Europe. When her flowers bloom, she lights up the room. Cayman Island.
Chile. This look was inspired by the Palomitas from La Bigua, a group of women dressed in white who bake cakes and wave handkerchiefs to potential buyers in passing cars. It pays tribute to enterprising Chilean women.
ชิเล่
Universe is an excellent representative of Chilean women. Her mind-heavy DNA results show her roots go back generations. No one's cranky when she waves her hanky. Chile.
China. This is a modified version of a handbook. The peony is the national flower of China, and you'll see them featured on the sleeve of this traditional clothing. On the front, you'll notice a pattern of clouds and cranes. Striking a pose in traditional clothes, it's China.
Poco para hacer y es poquito más que más creíble, poco a la en Colombia is the land of fantasy, first class coffee and
Colombia.
Woo!
Colombia is a land of fantasy with world-class coffee and majestic landscapes.
โคลอมเบีย
This design brings the beauty of the well-known yellow butterflies and are symbols of fantasy and fortune. Emerging from her cocoon to make us all swoon, it's Colombia.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. This look was inspired by the blue Morocco butterfly that lives in the undergrowth of Costa Rica. It represents the beauty of Costa Rican women, their bravery and courage to rise above any obstacle. Yes, it's true, this butterfly is blue. Costa Rica.
Croatia. This costume was handmade in Dubrovnik and represents the natural beauty of the area. It consists of 3 components: the Adriatic Sea, the islands surrounding the area, and a cravat, a cloth tie that originates from Croatia. It's her duty to show her country's beauty, Croatia.
Curacao. In the last 30 years, 50% of all coral reefs have disappeared. This national costume represents the beauty of Curacao sea life through the burning red fire coral. It promotes awareness of the vulnerability due to global warming. This universality of her message is reflected in her diverse origins from all over Africa, Europe, and Central and South America. Saving coral reefs aligns with her beliefs. Curacao.
Czech Republic. As a supporter of women's rights, this contestant's costume screams, "I'm one voice, but together we can roar." It shows what it means to have the heart of a lion, which is the spirit of the Czech people. Perhaps it's also a nod to her English heritage, because her DNA shows she's 20% English. Okay, now we have Czech Republic. This looks more like a lion. All right, as a supporter of women's rights, this contestant's costume screams, "I'm one voice, but together we can roar." It shows what it means to have the heart of a lion, which is the spirit of the Czech people. Perhaps it's also a nod to her English heritage because her DNA shows she's 20% English. If you're trying to meet the perfect lion, see Czech Republic. Dominican Republic. The sun reigns supreme in the Dominican Republic. It has always been a source of inspiration, art, and industry. The dress is inspired by the golden color of the sun and encourages the world to consider solar energy as an alternative fuel and electricity. It's quite fun to worship the sun like Dominican Republic.
Ecuador. Behold Pachamama, the goddess of fertility. This design was handcrafted without any bird feathers to support the fight against animal abuse. Pachamama is revered by the indigenous peoples of the Andes. With a false feather bodice, she's a fertility goddess.
El Salvador. This costume was inspired by a Salvadoran monument representing a peaceful era that has become a meeting point for anti-violence marches. The hands and candles pay tribute to the country's numerous femicides. May the violence cease so she's at peace. El Salvador.
Equatorial Guinea. Made with traditional African fabric worn by her ancestors, this costume highlights the cultural identity of Equatorial Guinea in a modern way and represents and empowers the women of the Bantu tribe. The two colors represent those on her country's flag. This contestant vowed to make her ancestors proud. Equatorial Guinea.
Finland. The idea for this look came from a drawing this contestant made when she was 12. illustration, the sun is eating a melting globe, which is on top of an ice cream cone. It's a clever interpretation of how climate change is affecting the world, especially Finland, where her family has lived for generations. Our minds were blown by this ice cream cone, Finland.
France. This costume pays tribute to entertainer Josephine Baker. She was an activist and feminist who fought for equality between men and women. She was also Jewish and had a real message of peace. This costume does make her look like Josephine Baker. France.
Germany. This costume is inspired by a country that loves, dreams, and believes. Decorated with thousands of Austrian and Czech Swarovski crystals, it features the imperial eagle taken from the German field as a representation of strength. Adorned with an eagle, this queen sure looks regal. Germany.
Ghana. This Greek goddess costume is symbolic of Ghana's national heritage. The green gown represents the country's natural vegetation. The headdress is from the Akan tribe, and the sleeves are made from fishing castnets. The ear cuff denotes prosperity. She can hide her obvious pride in Ghana.
Just for kicks, we're going to bring out El Salvador one more time. This time without the mask. It was her task to remove that mask. El Salvador. Great Britain. Emma Rose is a true English rose. Although she loved discovering she's a bit Italian, her MyHeritage DNA results show her strong origins in Great Britain. This costume's shoulder and headpiece reflect the three national flowers of Great Britain: daffodils for Wales, thistles for Scotland, and roses for England. Everyone knows she makes a great rose. Great Britain!
Greece. This national costume represents Athena, the daughter of Zeus in body armor. Athena was worshipped as the goddess of wisdom, knowledge, strategy, and war. The look comes complete with a shield and spear. You've got nothing to fear. She's got a shield and a spear. Greece.
Guatemala. This recycled costume is inspired by a Mayan goddess and a peaceful relationship with Israel. Guatemala was the second country to officially recognize Israel, and 70 years later was the second to acknowledge Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Israel has fun of their shared bond with Guatemala.
Haiti. Haiti is known as the Pearl of the Antilles due to its natural beauty and biodiversity. The blue and red represent the colors of the Haitian flag, while rhinestones symbolize the gold ones found on the island and the treasure that lies within its people.
This multicolored costume represents a variety of things. The green stands for hope, the yellow wisdom, black is for mourning, blue for the goddess of the sea, red for the god of war and peace, and white for wise souls. Her multicultural origins stretch from South America to Finland and Africa to Asia, making this colorful costume a perfect fit. Each color brings different things to Honduras.
Hungary. Our Hungarian contestant is a singer and musician who clearly feels comfortable on stage. Here she is rocking her country's flag in a fashion-forward way because she has a lot of pride in her beautiful country. We don't need to brag, but she's got a great flag. Hungary.
Iceland. Iceland is known as a land of fire and ice, and an active volcano close to Reykjavik erupted in 2021. Over 20,000 registered earthquakes preceded the event, and more than 140 million cubic meters of lava have been spewed. This fiery and frigid island has been home to her ancestors for centuries, according to her MyHeritage DNA results. Made of fire and ice, and everything nice, it's Iceland.
India. India's national costume is a regal and royal visual representation of a woman. While it showcases a royal Indian queen, its mirror and umbrella elements are symbolic of the protective instinct of a woman. This womanly look has us too. India.
Represents a healthcare hero. Kat has worked in the nursing field since she was 17 and aims to pay homage to healthcare workers for their service during the pandemic. We're not averse to a wonderful nurse like Ireland. The Great Star, popularly known as Stellon, is a five-pointed symbol that has represented Italy for many centuries. It dates back to a time when Venus, associated with the West as an evening star, identified the Italian peninsula. MyHeritage identifies more than just Italian heritage in her DNA, revealing roots in West Asia. You'll go far if you're a rising star like Italy.
Southern Jamaica's St. Elizabeth, or St. Bess, is the inspiration for this national costume. Celebrates the rich resources of the parish and region. Apples are brown, white sugar, and paper spoons to name a few. Even richer than the tapestry of regions.
Japan! With deep roots in Japan and throughout Asia, Yuri is celebrating the incredible Japanese Harajuku fashion culture in this costume. He's also saluting Eurovision Song Contest winner and Israeli pop star Netta, who honored Japanese culture by wearing a kimono on the world stage. A shout out to
Kazakhstan. This traditional Kazakh costume is rich with natural ornaments that display respect for local flora. The red color of the dress symbolizes fire, and the hat is encrusted with gold and precious stones. You'll obsess over her fire dress. Kazakhstan.
Kenya. This mermaid gown was inspired by sustainable living. The dress features cutouts of her favorite flowers, with top is made from eco-friendly fish leather, and the midriff is texturized by recycled material from the sea in the colors of the Chinese flag. Many threads are woven into the fabric of her heritage, which can be traced across 5 continents.
Korea. Here we have Hong Mon-san, as a queen wore it during the Joseon dynasty. The dress is embroidered with gold-colored thread and takes years to make. The big wooden headpiece shows the power and dignity of the queen. We've never seen such a powerful queen. Korea.
This traditional costume has been modernized for the present day. Considered appropriate attire for a wedding, this black and gold outfit is something every woman in Kosovo will be proud to wear on her special day. The marriage between modern and traditional Kosovo is a perfect fit for this contestant, whose DNA shows she has strong roots in the region. She's Balkan.
Behold the golden land of Champa, a look inspired by the national flower of Laos, dog champa. The costume is symbolic of the unity of the nation, a place where kindness can be found throughout the golden land.
Jenny!
The tourist ran to the beach of Golden Land.
Malta. It's coming down the center, surprised me. This costume here symbolizes the famous statue of Malta Triumphant, a strong and powerful woman. It also celebrates September 8th Victory Day, commemorating big moments in Maltese history, including World War II's fascist surrender in 1943. She'll celebrate on September 8th, Malta! I see you, Thailand. I see you, Israel. I see you, Puerto Rico. France, I see you over there.
Ecuador over there. From the Philippines on this side.
Oh, there's the Philippines over there. What's up, Philippines? USA?
Mexico,
There's Mexico. There are some Venezuelans. Wave your flag if you're from Venezuela. All right, let's hear it for...
This eco-friendly costume is a tribute to the handicraft workers on Rodriguez Island, a Mauritian territory. The products they make are found in the local markets and are an attraction to the moving tourism industry of the island. With the greatest style on the entire island, Mauritius!
This next country.
I think so, mi México lindo y querido! The inspiration behind this costume is an ancient Aztec culture and the great people of Mexico. Covered in porcelain stirrups and crystals, the look is tied together with dyed feathers from the birds of the region.
Mexico!
Mexican lineage with Mediterranean origins from Spain, Italy, Greece, and North Africa. This is the queen. Morocco. This velvet green kaftan is the color of Islam and symbolic of Morocco's evocation of courtness. The traditional look represents elegance and royalty, and the 12th century jewelry takes us back in time, while putting forth the country's history. She's a lovely queen in in a costume that's green, Morocco.
The largest solar sea salt company in sub-Saharan Africa is located in Chelsea's hometown. This costume is known for the hues of the pink salt and the flamingos that embody her country's culture. We really think that Chelsea loves pink, Namibia.
Nepal. This costume pays tribute to the balance with nature, incorporating ethnic symbolism found in Nepal's three topographical regions of mountains, hills, and plains. The impressive three-branch headpiece completes the look. Give her a ring if nature's your thing. Nepal.
เรียนจบอเมริกา
Netherlands. Female athletes deserve more attention for their greatness and accomplishments, and female Dutch athletes have proven themselves unstoppable. They are Olympic champions and world record holders, so this costume is a tribute to them. This contestant carries Dutch pride in her DNA too. She has deep roots in the country. She's won the gold, or so we're told, Netherlands.
This costume is a tribute to the creator of ceramics, Gregorio Bracamonte, who is originally from Nicaragua. He dedicated his life to the rescue of pre-Columbian designs carved in clay. I believe it's quite clear she's a ceramics pioneer. Nicaragua.
Yeah. This costume pays tribute to the strong will of women who reach their goals. It was inspired by a masquerade that celebrates Nigerian heritage and the strength women possess. This is this contestant's legacy as well, and she has very strong Nigerian heritage. If you're a woman who's strong, then you'll get along with Nigeria.
Norway. This national costume was inspired by Norway's winter landscape. It features a white feather collar representing snow-covered trees. This contestant designed the entire outfit and even glued the crystals onto the bodysuit herself.
Panama. In 1940, public buses known as Shibas added an upgrade to Panama's transportation system. The buses were painted the national colors of blue, white, and red, and vinyl ribbon tassels adorned their rear view mirrors. It's no fuss to be dressed like a bus in Panama.
ที่แทนออกซาน่าไม่ใช่ไหมครับที่มาแทนออกซาน่าปานามา
Paraguay. Feast your eyes on this Paraguayan hummingbird, the Mainambi. The costume features a convertible dress with double wings, illuminated with LED lights. It uses recycled fabric and emphasizes sustainability. Haven't you heard? She's once a hummingbird. Paraguay.
Peru. Born at the foot of a volcano and representing the strength and courage of Peruvian women is this Queen of the Andes. She's honoring her flag and city by bringing the world a message of unity and peace. It isn't a drag to honor your city and flag like Peru.
Bakunawa is a dragon that swallows the moon and causes eclipses. The golden lunar dragon, seen here, is Bakunawa's final form and a metaphor for this contestant's personal evolution.
เบียร์
The mystery solved. This
Philippines!
dragon has evolved.
บังหน้าว่ะ
Was inspired by Polish folk culture. The top is a decorated embroidered white corset, and colored stripes adorn the outer part of the dress. Flower wreath.
Portugal! This jewel costume is inspired by an iconic folk tale in Portugal, the Rooster of Barcelos. The bird symbolizes faith and hope, values synonymous with those shaped in this country full of hard-working people. My heritage reveals
Puerto Rico! This creation is a tribute to both Mother Nature and the Puerto Rican dance, Bamba. It carries a message of awareness and conservation as bottles, caps, and plastic bags were transformed into art and musical elements. Taking a stand on conservation and dance, Puerto Rico.
Romania. This costume honors Queen Mary of Romania, the granddaughter of British Queen Victoria. She came to a foreign country at a very young age and fell in love with the Romanian people and their heritage. She was the greatest queen they've ever...
Russia. The Tatars are the largest ethnic minority group in Russia, and this creation is based on the costume of a famous Tatar queen. It is a modern interpretation of a classic outfit, which includes gold sewing, velvet, lace, and silk. This modern creation is a regional sensation.
Singapore. This costume includes your country's familiar landmarks, recent notable incidents, favorite foods, and pop culture references. Everything is set into a map of Singapore and in the national colors of red and white. Let's all clap for this modern map of Singapore.
Slovak Republic. Veronica's colorful heritage stretches from the Adriatic Sea to the fjords, and her stylized outfit is decorated with stones and features her country's colors. Inspired by
South Africa. This white bodysuit, complete with subtle printed feathers, serves as a base for the arms, which are covered in white pheasant feathers to transform Miss South Africa from a contestant into a adorable piece. Her heritage also represents the coming together of nations across Africa. A pheasant feather can bring us...
Up next we have Spain. It's been 95 years since the death of Spanish architect Antonio Gaudí. This costume was inspired by the architect, as the contestant has transformed into the salamander from one of Gaudí's most famous works of art in Barcelona. Sarah's My Heritage DNA results point to origins in the north of Spain, not far from Gaudí. It looks like a wizard turned her into a...
Representing her deep of the 70th Miss Universe and 70 years of diplomatic relations between Sweden and Israel, it was designed by Israel's own Avi and Herman. She still loyal to those who are royal.
Give it up for Thailand! Muay Thai, or Thai boxing, is a traditional martial art you'll find throughout Thailand.
And
Is crafted with elaborate
Thailand!
that symbolizes the unity of the Thai nation. Her costume is as unique as her ethnic mix, which spans from the Far East all the way to the British Isles. It's pretty dope to box while in rope like Thailand.
The Bahamas. This costume is a tribute to the first indigenous people of the Bahamas, the Lucayan. The Lucayan women were known far and wide for their beauty, but more importantly, for carrying on royal lineage. These contestants still loyal to natives who were royal, the Bahamas.
Turkey. This dress is an interpretation of traditional Turkish culture, which many credit with creating the first rugs, fabrics, and carpets. The golden yarn is an ode to the sun, and the dress was hand-woven by a Turkish designer.
The beauty of Ukrainian embroidery inspired this costume. The frame skirt is decorated with embroidered hoops. The corset was made from natural wicker, and the background symbolizes the traditional Ukrainian towel. If you like to embroider, you shouldn't avoid her. Ukraine!
Elle is ready for her close-up. This leading lady is dressed up as a Hollywood Golden Globe.
Venezuela! The orchid has been Venezuela's national flower since 1951. A symbol of a woman's grace, beauty, and femininity. This flower served as the inspiration of this costume. The large white orchid is set on a 3-foot structure. If you're looking for a flower as high as a tower, see Venezuela.
And finally, let's hear it for Vietnam. Montez nourishes the heart and soul. Made with purple rice and wrapped tightly in banana leaves, it's a communal dish that has nurtured many generations. That purple rice tastes oh so nice in Vietnam. Well, what'd you guys think? Who was your favorite? Hello, Vietnam.
You look amazing.
All right, we just saw 80 accomplished women in 80 out-of-this-world national costumes. What a night, huh? How about a hand for my fantastic co-host this evening, your reigning Miss Universe, Andrea Mesa.
A big shout out to La Sala, the port city of Alat, and of course, to My Heritage for providing facts about so many of our contestants this evening.
Absolutely, and remember to check your local listings, time, and tune in to the Miss Universe telecast. It's airing December 12th, live on Fox.